Today, we will learn about integers. We come across many situations in our daily life where there is a need to represent numbers with a positive or a negative sign. For example, the temperature of Mumbai is usually above 0 degrees centigrade and is represented with a positive sign before the number. During winters, do you know that the temperature of Srinagar falls below 0 degrees centigrade? This has a negative sign before the number. Similarly, in a building, the floors above the ground are shown by a positive sign, whereas the floors below the ground, like the basement, are shown by a negative sign. Numbers which have a positive sign before it are called positive numbers, and those which have a negative sign before it are called negative numbers. A collection of positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0 together is known as integers. In this collection, just numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc., without any sign, are said to be positive integers. Although -1, -2, -3, etc., which have a negative sign, are said to be negative integers. The value of negative integers is less than 0, whereas the value of positive integers is greater than 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Therefore, it cannot be represented by any sign. Now let's understand why integers are important. Let's understand it with the help of an example. Suppose a bird is flying at a height of 500 meters above sea level and a fish is at a depth of 500 meters below sea level. Can the distance between the bird and the fish with respect to land near the sea be represented mathematically? The height of the bird from the sea level is 500 meters and the depth of the fish from the sea level is 500 meters. But this is an incorrect way to represent their differences because both are situated in opposite directions. The bird is above the sea level, whereas the fish is below the sea level. Since whole numbers are incapable of representing this kind of situation, we use integers. In this case, the height above sea level is represented with a positive sign as plus 500 meters, and the depth below the sea level must have a negative sign such as minus 500 meters. It is now quite clear that plus 500 meters means 500 meters above the sea level and minus 500 means 500 meters below the sea level. Now let's consider some more examples of integers to understand it much better. Let's suppose Rahul and Ruchika start walking in opposite directions from a point, say 0. Rahul walks 5 steps towards the right from 0 and Ruchika walks 5 steps towards the left. How would you represent their distance from the initial point 0? Think about it. You are right. The steps towards the right are shown by a positive sign, and those towards the left are shown with a negative sign. Therefore, Rahul has taken 5 steps and Ruchika has taken minus 5 steps. Now let's suppose Harsh came to a shop with rupees 30, but he bought things for rupees 35. He pays the shopkeeper rupees 30 and keeps a debt of rupees 5. How do you think the shopkeeper will make a note of this? Any ideas? Think about it. Okay, the shopkeeper should write minus 5 in front of Harsh's name, where the negative sign represents the money Harsh has yet to pay him. Harsh owes him rupees 5. Similarly, when money is deposited in a bank, it is represented by a positive sign, whereas withdrawal of money is represented by a negative sign. While we are discussing money, let's also talk about profit and loss. Suppose a businessman sells an article worth rupees 20 for rupees 25. His profit is rupees 5. Since his profit is rupees 5, it is represented as plus 5. But if he sells an article worth rupees 20 for rupees 15, he incurs a loss of rupees 5, which is represented as minus 5. Today, we have learnt about integers. In the next video, we will learn it in a better way with some examples. Today, we will see some examples of integers. Example 1. Following is the list of temperatures at 5 places in India. Represent them as integers. If the temperature is above 0 degrees centigrade, then it is represented as a positive sign. So the temperature of Delhi is 16 degrees above 0 degrees centigrade. Therefore, it is represented as plus 16 degrees. Similarly, Mumbai is 30 degrees centigrade above 0 degrees. Therefore, it is represented as plus 30 degrees centigrade. If the temperature is below 0 degrees centigrade, then it is represented as a minus sign. The temperature of Hemkund is 13 degrees centigrade below 0. Therefore, it is represented as minus 13. Similarly, that of Dras is 20 degrees centigrade below 0. Therefore, it is represented as minus 20 degrees centigrade. The next example. Mohit's house is at a distance of 20 meters towards the east from Rohit's house. Meena's house is 15 meters towards the west, Samir's house 25 meters towards the north, and Savita's house 5 meters towards the south from Rohit's house. Represent the distance between Mohit, Meena, Samir, and Savita's houses from Rohit's house in integers. The distance between Mohit, Meena, Samir, and Savita's houses from Rohit's house is given. Therefore, we represent Rohit's house as 0. In this example, we represent the distance towards the east by a positive sign and its opposite direction, that is west, by a negative sign. Therefore, the distance from Rohit's house to Mohit's house is plus 20 meters and the distance from Rohit's house to Meena's house is minus 15 meters. Similarly, we represent the distance towards the north by a positive sign and the distance towards the south by a negative sign. Therefore, the distance from Rohit's house to Samir's house is plus 25 meters. Can you find the distance from Rohit's house to Savita's house? Any ideas? Since the distance towards the south is represented by a negative sign, the distance from Rohit's house to Savita's house is minus 5 meters. Today, we have seen examples of integers. In the next video, we will see some misconceptions and common mistakes related to this. Today, we will see some misconceptions related to integers. Misconception 1. Of the following, which numbers are integers? Often, only negative numbers are mistaken as integers, in which case you might choose option 1, which is incorrect. Similarly, it is understood that the collection of integers has positive numbers and negative numbers alone, and no zero, which will lead you to choose the option 2, which is again incorrect. The correct answer is obviously option 3, since integers include all negative numbers, positive numbers, and 0. Misconception 2. Which option represents the relation between natural numbers, whole numbers, and integers? Sometimes it is difficult to find the relation between these three sets of numbers. Often, options 1 and 2 are chosen, which are incorrect. The correct understanding is that natural numbers range from 1 to infinity. Whole numbers consist of all natural numbers along with 0. This means natural numbers are included in the collection of whole numbers. Similarly, including negative numbers along with whole numbers gives a collection of integers. This means the collection of integers contains all whole numbers and all natural numbers. Therefore, option 3 is the correct answer. Today, we have seen some misconceptions related to integers. Today, we will learn about representation, comparison, and ordering of integers on a number line. Sometimes in life, we come across situations where it becomes necessary to compare two integers. For example, a shopkeeper gains a profit of Rs 5 by selling a pen, but he incurs a loss of Rs 5 by selling a book. Let's compare both integers. The number line is a useful method to compare integers. Let's represent integers on a number line. First of all, draw a line and mark points at equidistance on it. Mark a central point as 0 on it. On the right of 0, mark positive numbers such as 1, 2, 3, etc. It would be correct to express them with a positive sign, such as +1, +2, +3, etc. Similarly, to the left side of 0, mark the negative integers such as -1, -2, -3, etc. By doing so, we have obtained the number line of integers. Here we can say that all positive numbers are to the right of 0 and all negative numbers are to the left of 0. Note that this is a horizontal number line. Similarly, we can obtain a vertical number line as well, where positive integers are shown upwards and negative integers downwards. In this video, we are using only a horizontal number line. Now on the number line, how do we mark +5? Well, since +5 is a positive integer, move 5 points to the right of 0. Similarly, since -5 is a negative integer, move 5 points to the left of 0. As you can see, the value of the numbers increases as we move to the right and decreases as we move to the left of 0. Since plus 5 is to the right and minus 5 is to the left, plus 5 is greater than minus 5. Please note that the symbol used for comparison always faces the larger number. Suppose we have to put integers in order. For example, in a competition, Meera scored plus 4, Raman plus 6, Samir minus 5, and Ankita minus 3. To determine whose score is highest or whose score is lowest, we need to arrange them in a certain order. This is achieved by comparing each of their scores with the other. Let's compare the scores of Meera and Raman first. Look at the number line. Meera's plus 4 is to the left side of Raman's plus 6. Plus 4 is less than plus 6, or since plus 6 is to the right of plus 4, plus 6 is greater than plus 4. Similarly, let's compare the scores of Samir and Ankita. Since the number minus 5 is to the left of minus 3, minus 5 is less than minus 3. In other words, minus 3 being on the right side of minus 5 is minus 3 is greater than minus 5. Now let's compare plus 4 and minus 3. Well, the value of positive integers is always greater than negative integers. Therefore, plus 4 is greater than minus 3. So, we can arrange the given numbers in descending order in this way and ascending order in the opposite way. We can safely conclude that Raman got the highest score, whereas Samir got the lowest score. Today, we have learnt representation, comparison, and ordering of integers on a number line. In the next video, we will learn it in a better way with some more examples. Today, we will see some examples related to the following concept of integers. Represent the following numbers on a number line. To represent a number on the number line, first draw a line and mark some points at equidistance. Mark any point as 0. The first number we have to mark is plus 3, which is a positive number. Move 3 places to the right and mark the number that you arrive at as 3. This is 3 points to the right of 0. The next number is 5. Can you tell whether this is a positive integer or a negative integer? Any guesses? Well, a number without a sign is always a positive number. Therefore, 5 is plus 5. Similar to plus 3, plus 5 is marked 5 points to the right of 0. The next number is minus 6, which is a negative integer. This is marked by moving 6 points to the left of 0. This is how we represent numbers on a number line. Next example. Compare the following pairs of numbers using these signs. First of all, we have to compare the given numbers. Then, on the basis of comparison, we have to use the given sign. In order to do this, we will use the number line. If a number lies to the right side of another number on a number line, then it is the larger number of the two. Similarly, if a number lies to the left side of another number, then it is the smaller number of the two. Now let's compare 1 and minus 6. In order to do this, we will represent them on a number line. The number plus 1 is marked 1 place to the right side of 0 and minus 6 is marked 6 places to the left of 0. As you can see, the number 1 is to the right side of minus 6. Therefore, 1 is the larger number and minus 6 is the smaller number. Remember that the face of the sign is always towards the larger number. Similarly, let's compare minus 5 and 0 on the number line. The number minus 5 is marked 5 places to the left of 0. Since minus 5 is to the left of 0, minus 5 is the smaller number and 0 is the larger number. Similarly, in order to compare minus 3 and minus 2, mark them on the number line. As you can see, minus 3 is to the left of 2. Therefore, minus 3 is smaller than minus 2, or we can say that minus 2 is larger than minus 3. Today, we have seen some examples related to the concept of integers. In the next video, we will clear some misconceptions related to this. Today, we will see some misconceptions related to the concepts of integers. Determine the position of minus 5 on the number line given below. On the number line, the position of every number is fixed. Here, the position of number 6 is shown. Based on this, we can find the position of minus 5. Sometimes, minus 5 is mistaken as 5 and is placed before the positive integer 6. This is incorrect. To find the correct position of minus 5, first find the position of 0. To do this, move 6 places to the left of number 6. By doing this, we arrive at 0. After finding the position of 0, it is easy to determine the position of minus 5. Since minus 5 is a negative number, mark it by moving 5 places to the left of 0. Therefore, the correct answer is option 2. Misconception 2. Out of minus 4 and minus 3, which number is larger? It is easy to compare two positive numbers or a positive and a negative number. But comparing two negative numbers can be challenging. Minus 4 is often mistaken as 4 and considered larger than minus 3. This is incorrect. We know that on the number line, if a number is to the right of another number, then it is a larger number. Therefore, minus 3 is larger than minus 4. So, the correct answer is option 2. Today, we have seen some misconceptions related to the following concepts of integers. Today, we will learn about addition of integers. In our life, many situations arise where it becomes important to do addition of integers, like the addition of profits or losses, temperatures, distances, etc. Let us understand how to perform the addition of integers in such situations. Let's start with the addition of positive integers. Let us suppose a shopkeeper sold a pen and a pencil. He got a profit of rupees 5 on selling a pen and a profit of rupees 3 on selling a pencil. If we have to find the total profit, then we have to add the individual profits. We have learned from the earlier videos of integers that profit of rupees 5 is expressed as plus 5. Similarly, profit of rupees 3 is expressed as plus 3. By doing so, the total profit is plus 5 plus 3. As you can see, both are positive integers. For addition of any two positive integers, we add them without signs and then prefix it with a plus sign. Using this method, addition of plus 5 and plus 3 without signs will result in 8. Then, we get the total profit by prefixing the result with a plus sign, that is plus 8. Here, plus sign represents profit and the number represents the value of profit. Therefore, we can say that the shopkeeper got a profit of rupees 8. Can we use the number line for addition of integers? Think about it. Let me tell you. The addition of whole numbers can be represented on the number line. Similarly, the addition of integers can also be represented on the number line. We will understand it with the example of plus 5 plus 3. For addition, first of all, draw a number line of integers. Here, plus 5 is the first integer. Since it is a positive integer, we move 5 places to the right of 0. By doing so, we reach at plus 5. Now the second integer is plus 3. Since it is also a positive integer, we move 3 places to the right of plus 5 and we reach plus 8, which is the result of plus 5 plus 3. Let's understand how addition of negative integers is done. Let us suppose a shopkeeper faces a loss of rupees 5 by selling a pen and a loss of rupees 3 by selling a pencil. If we have to find the total loss, then we have to add their individual losses. Since loss is represented by negative integers, loss by selling a pen is represented as minus 5. Similarly, loss by selling a pencil is represented as minus 3. This means the total loss is minus 5 plus minus 3. As you can see here, both are negative integers. For addition of any two negative integers, we add them without signs and then prefix the result with a negative sign. Using this method, addition of minus 5 and minus 3 without signs will result in 8. Then we get the total loss, that is, the value of minus 5 plus minus 3 by prefixing a minus sign to it, that is minus 8. Here, minus sign represents loss and the number represents the value of loss. Therefore, we can say that the shopkeeper faces a total loss of rupees 8. The addition of negative integers can also be represented on the number line. We will understand this with the example of minus 5 plus minus 3. First, draw a number line of integers. Here, minus 5 is the first integer, which is a negative integer. Therefore, we move 5 places to the left of 0, and by doing so, we reach minus 5. Now the second integer is minus 3. Since it is a negative integer, we move 3 places to the left of minus 5, and we reach minus 8, which is the result of minus 5 plus minus 3. With the help of these two examples, you must have understood that if the signs of integers are the same, then they can be added without signs and the result is shown with the sign of their numbers. Now, if we have to add a positive and a negative integer, how shall we do this? Think about it. Let me tell you. Let us suppose a shopkeeper faces a loss of rupees 5 by selling a pen and a profit of rupees 3 by selling a pencil. Now, if we have to find out how much profit or loss the shopkeeper made, then we need to add them. This means total profit or loss is equal to minus 5 plus 3. In such a situation, When one value is a positive integer and the other a negative, we will find the numerical value of the integers ignoring their signs. Here, 5 is the numerical value of -5 and 3 is the numerical value of +3. Then we will subtract the smaller numerical value from the greater numerical value. We get 2, and we will prefix the sign of the greater numerical value here with the result. Hence, the result of -5 plus +3 will be -2. It shows that the shopkeeper faces a loss of ₹2. The addition of negative integer and a positive integer can also be represented on the number line. Let's understand it with the example of -5 plus +3. First, draw a number line of integers. Here, -5 is the first integer, which is a negative number. Therefore, we move 5 places to the left of 0. By doing so, we reach -5. Now the second integer is +3. Since it is a positive integer, we move 3 places to the right of -5. Thus, we reach -2, which is the result of -5 plus +3. Now you must have understood that if the signs of integers are not the same, then we will subtract the smaller numerical value from the greater numerical value, and then we will put the sign of the greater numerical value before the result. Today, we have learned about the following 3 situations related to addition of integers. In the next video, we will learn it better with some examples. Today, we will see some examples related to addition of integers. At a place, the temperature at 5 a.m. was 4 degrees centigrade below 0 degrees. It increased by 22 degrees at 1 p.m. Can you calculate temperature at 1 p.m.? In the given example, the temperature at 5 a.m. was 4 degrees below 0 degrees. Since the temperature is 4 degrees below 0 degrees, it is represented as a negative integer, that is, -4 degrees centigrade. Temperature increased by 22 degrees centigrade at 1 p.m. Since the increase in temperature is represented as positive integer, it can be shown as +22 degrees centigrade. As the temperature was -4 degrees centigrade at 5 a.m., an increase in temperature was +22 degrees centigrade. The temperature at 1 p.m. is calculated by adding the temperature at 5 a.m., that is, -4 degrees centigrade, with the increase in temperature, that is, +22 degrees centigrade. Here, as you can see opposite signs in the expression. Can you tell how to add them? Think about it. You got it right. To add them, first, we will ignore their signs. By doing so, we get their numerical value, that is 4 and 22. Then, we will subtract the smaller numerical value, that is 4, from the greater numerical value, that is 22, and get a result of 18 and prefix the sign of the greater numerical value to the result. This means positive sign of 22. Therefore, the result of addition of -4 degrees centigrade and +22 degrees centigrade is +18 degrees centigrade. Thus, the temperature at 1 p.m. was +18 degrees centigrade. Next example. Find the solution of the following additions using a number line. For addition of -3 and +3, draw a number line of integers. The first integer is -3. Here, the negative sign shows we need to move to the left from 0, and the number shows the number of steps to be moved. On the number line, we first move 3 steps to the left of 0. The second number is plus 3, that is a positive integer. Here, positive sign shows we need to move to the right and the number shows the number of steps to be moved. Hence, we move 3 steps to the right and reach 0. This is the result of minus 3 plus plus 3. Numbers such as plus a and minus a, when added to each other, give the sum 0. Therefore, numbers whose sum is 0 are called the additive inverse of each other. For addition of minus 3 and minus 1, we first move 3 steps to the left of 0 and then we move 1 step to the left again and reach minus 4. Thus, it is the result of minus 3 plus minus 1. When we add minus 1 to a number or move 1 step to the left, then we get the predecessor of that number. For addition of minus 3 and plus 1, we first move 3 steps to the left of 0, and since plus 1 is a positive integer, then we will move 1 step to the right and reach minus 2. This is the result of minus 3 plus plus 1. When we add plus 1 to a number or move 1 step to the right, then we get the successor of that number. Now let's talk about addition of 0 and minus 5. When any number is added to 0, we get the same number. This means the result is minus 5. Thus, 0 is called as the additive identity. Today, we have seen some examples of addition of integers. In the next video, we will learn the misconceptions related to them. Today, we will see some misconceptions related to addition of integers. Misconception 1. What will be the result of 2 plus minus 6? For the addition of numbers having opposite signs, first, we will find the value of numbers ignoring their signs, which we call as numeral value. Then, we will subtract the smaller numeral value from the greater numeral value, and we will put the sign of the greater numeral value to the result. By doing so, we get the correct answer, option 1, which is minus 4. Sometimes, the signs are ignored during addition. An incorrect answer is chosen, that is option 2, which is 8. Similarly, sometimes the numeral value of numbers, that is, value without signs, are added and the sign of the integer with greater numeral value is placed. This leads to an incorrect answer, that is option 3, which is minus 8. Misconception 2. Which among the following is inappropriate for the given expression? The first statement shows that the fruit seller faces a loss of rupees 4 by selling apples and a loss of rupees 5 by selling grapes. As you know, loss is represented by a negative sign. Since here the losses are rupees 4 and rupees 5, the total loss can be obtained by adding minus 4 and minus 5. Thus, statement 1 is true for the given expression. This means it cannot be the answer to the given question. Sometimes, to find the loss, calculation is done and the statement is represented as minus 4 minus minus 5. This is an incorrect way to represent the situation. The correct way to express it is minus 4 plus minus 5. The second statement shows that a person first goes up 4 stairs and then goes down 5 stairs. Here, we represent upward direction as plus sign and downward direction as minus sign. Therefore, To find its current position, use expression plus 4 plus minus 5 instead of minus 4 plus minus 5. Thus, statement 2 is incorrect for the given expression. This means option 2 is the correct answer to the given question. Sometimes students neglect upward and downward directions. As a result, they add the number of stairs and find the current position. This is an incorrect method. The third statement shows that initially 4 sweets are taken out and then another 5 sweets are taken out from the box. Since the sweets are taken out from the box, this is represented as a negative sign. Therefore, its value can be calculated by adding minus 4 and minus 5. Thus, statement 3 is also correct for the given expression. This means it cannot be the answer to the given question. Sometimes, to find the number of sweets taken out, calculation is done and the statement is represented as minus 4 minus minus 5. This is an incorrect way to represent the situation. Today, we have seen some misconceptions related to addition of integers. Today, we will learn subtraction of integers. We come across many situations in our life where it becomes necessary to perform subtraction of integers. For example, subtraction of temperatures, subtraction of distances, subtraction of profits, or subtraction of losses. Let us learn how to perform subtraction of integers in these situations. First, we will understand how to do subtraction of positive integers. Suppose the temperature of a place is 3 degrees centigrade. If it increases to 7 degrees centigrade, then what is the rise in temperature? In order to find out, we need to subtract 3 degrees centigrade from 7 degrees centigrade. That means we need to subtract plus 3 from plus 7. Whenever we have to subtract an integer from another integer, then we will add the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted to the first integer. The additive inverse of any number can be obtained by changing its sign. So the additive inverse of plus 3 is minus 3. Therefore, the addition can be written as plus 7 plus minus 3. Here, you can see this one is a positive integer and the other one is a negative integer. Can you tell how to carry out this addition? Think for a while. Let me tell you. To find out the sum of these, first, we will find the numeral value, that is, the number without a sign. The numeral value of plus 7 is 7, and the numeral value of minus 3 is 3. Now, we will subtract the smaller numeral value, which is 3, from the larger numeral value, which is 7. The result obtained is 4. Now, we will put the sign of the number whose numeral value is larger, which is plus. Therefore, the result will be plus 4. From the result, it is clear that there is an increase of 4 degrees centigrade in the temperature. Subtraction of integers can also be done on a number line. Here, first we will convert the operation of subtraction into an operation of addition. This means, in the place of plus 7 minus plus 3, we will write plus 7 plus minus 3. Now, the first number is plus 7. Since this is a positive integer, we will move 7 steps to the right of 0. By doing this, we will reach the number plus 7. The other number is minus 3. Since this is a negative integer, we will move 3 steps towards the left. Thus, we reach plus 4, which is the result of subtraction of plus 7 and plus 3. Now, we will understand how to do subtraction of negative integers. Suppose the temperature of a place decreases from minus 3 and reaches -7. So, the decrease in temperature can be found by subtracting -3 from -7. In this case also, we will find the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted, that is +3, and we will add this to -7. In order to add +3 to -7, first, we will subtract the smaller numeral value, that is number without sign, from the larger numeral value, and then we will put the sign of that number whose numeral value is larger. By doing so, we obtain the result -4. From the result, it is clear that the temperature has decreased by 4 degrees centigrade. We can also perform the subtraction of these numbers on the number line. Here also, we will convert the operation of subtraction into operation of addition. That means, in the place of -7 minus -3, we will write -7 plus +3. Now, the first number is -7. Since this is a negative integer, we will move 7 steps to the left side of 0. By doing so, we will reach the number -7. The other number is +3. Since this is a positive integer, we will move 3 steps towards the right of -7. Thus, we reach -4, which is the result of the subtraction of -7 and -3. In the same way, we can perform subtraction on a positive integer and a negative integer. Suppose the temperature at a place is 3 degrees centigrade. If it decreases and reaches -7 degrees centigrade, then the decrease in temperature can be found by subtracting +3 from -7. Even in this case, we will find the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted, that is -3. Then, we will add this to -7. As you can see, the sign is the same in both -7 and -3. Therefore, we will add the numeral values of these numbers. And we will put the sign of these numbers, that is minus sign, with the result. Thus, the result obtained is -10. In order to obtain the result of -7 minus +3 on the number line, first, we will convert it into the operation of addition, that is, -7 plus -3. The first number is -7, so we will move 7 steps towards the left of 0. The second number is -3, so we will again move 3 steps towards the left of -7. Thus, we reach -10. That means the result is -10. Today, we have learnt that whenever we need to subtract one integer from another integer, we need to add the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted to the first integer. Today, let's look at some examples related to subtraction of integers. In a quiz competition, +1 mark is given for a correct answer and -1 mark is given for an incorrect answer. If Dinesh scored 17 points and Samir scored -9 points, then find out how many points Dinesh won this competition by. To find this, we need to subtract Samir's score from Dinesh's score. This means we find the value of 17 minus -9. Can you tell me how to perform the subtraction of these numbers? Think for a while. You've got it right. First, we will convert the operation of subtraction into addition. In order to do this, we first write the first number as it is. Now, we change the sign of subtraction and write the sign of addition. Then, we write the additive inverse of the other number. To do so, we change the sign of that number. Now, we find the result of 17 plus 9, which is 26. This means Dinesh has won by 26 marks in the competition. Next example. A person is on the second floor, above the ground level of a building. If he has to go to the third floor below the ground level, then how many floors does he have to go down to reach it? If we consider the ground level as 0, then the second floor above the ground level will be represented as +2, and the third floor below the ground level will be represented as -3. To find out the number of floors he has to go down, we have to subtract his current position, which is +2, from his new position, which is -3. Can you tell me how to solve this on the number line? Think a little. Let me tell you, since we need to perform the operation of subtraction, we will first convert it into operation of addition. To do so, we add the additive inverse of +2 to -3. To solve this, we will draw a number line of integers. The first number is -3, so we move 3 steps to the left of 0. The other number is -2, so we move 2 steps to the left of -3. By doing so, we reach -5. The negative sign indicates that the person has to go down, and the number 5 indicates the number of floors. Therefore, from the second floor above the ground level to the third floor below the ground level, the person has to go down 5 floors. Today, we have seen examples of subtraction of integers. In the next video, we will clear some misconceptions related to it. Today, let's look at some misconceptions related to the subtraction of integers. Misconception 1. What is the result of -5 minus +3? While solving -5 minus +3, sometimes 3 is subtracted from 5. Since 5 is the larger number here, therefore, negative sign is placed before the result. Similarly, sometimes 3 is subtracted from 5 and the sign of the first number, that is -5, is placed before the result. Because of these two misconceptions, option 1 is chosen as the answer, which is incorrect. Sometimes 5 and 3 are added, but the negative sign is ignored. Because of this, option 2 may be chosen, which is also incorrect. The correct answer is option 3, that is -8. Because subtracting +3 from -5 means adding the additive inverse of +3 to -5. Thus, the additive inverse of +3 is -3. Therefore, the result obtained by adding -3 to -5 is -8. To solve this on the number line, first, we will move 5 steps to the left of 0, and then we move 3 steps to the left of -5. Thus, we reach -8. So the correct answer is option 3. Misconception 2. Which of the following statements is not true? In the given expression, the operation of subtraction of these integers is performed. Now, from the given statements, we need to identify a statement which is not suitable for this expression. The first statement says that a person goes 7 floors upwards from the 5th floor below the ground level. To find out the current position of the person, -5 is subtracted from 7. The expression is written as 7 minus -5. This is a misunderstanding. Since the person is moving 7 floors upwards from the -5th floor, the current floor position can be found by the expression -5 plus 7. Therefore, the first statement is not true. This means this is the answer to the given question. The second statement says that one group gets 7 and the other group gets -5 points. Sometimes, in order to find the difference between the points, the operation of addition is performed and the expression is written as 7 plus -5. Therefore, the second statement is considered as false and option 2 is chosen as the answer for the given question. But this is a misunderstanding. To find out the difference between the points, lesser points are subtracted from more points. Therefore, the expression will be 7 minus -5. That means the second statement is true. This cannot be the answer to the given question. The third statement says that the temperature rises from -5 degrees centigrade to 7 degrees centigrade. Sometimes, to find out the increase in temperature, the second number is subtracted from the first number, which is expressed like this. This is also a misunderstanding. Similarly, sometimes students understand that to find out the increase, initial temperature is subtracted from the final temperature, but they simply ignore the signs. Because of this, the expression is written as 7 minus 5. This is also a misunderstanding. The correct understanding is that to find out the increase, -5 degrees centigrade should be subtracted from 7 degrees centigrade. That means the expression will be 7 minus -5. Since the given statement represents the correct statement, this also cannot be the answer to the given question. Today, we have seen misconceptions related to the subtraction of integers.